Alrighty, welcome back. This is Aussie Gamer 17 and welcome to another edition of Achievement College, my step-by-step guide to getting you that gamer score. Today I've actually been swept away by the Grand Prix fever. The Formula 1 Grand Prix is here in my hometown of Melbourne. I just finished watching a Netflix doco on the Formula 1, and most importantly, F1 2018 was just added to Xbox Game Pass. So I thought perfect opportunity to give you guys a quick little achievement guide. In this video, we're going to complete one race weekend and score ourselves 12 achievements for 250 gamer score. And this will also give you a bit of a blueprint on how to complete the rest of the game if you want to go for that 1000 gamer score. One more thing before we get started, if you enjoy this guide and want to see more like it, remember to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, post a comment, and you can also show your support on Patreon. There's a link in the video description if you want to show your support there. Alrighty then, it's time to get some gamer score. Let's go. And we're going to start with three very easy and simple achievements. Head into career mode to start things off. To complete our career, we actually want to choose one of the big three teams, Ferrari, Mercedes, or Red Bull. But for our first achievement, we're going to choose Williams Racing. You can actually choose one of the other two lower ranked teams as well. But for this particular achievement, just go to Williams, choose Williams. It doesn't matter which teammate you choose. And there we go. There's achievement number 1, 20 gamer score. And that's for choosing either Toro Rosso, Williams, or Sauber. Now all we have to do is right back out to the team selection stage. And what we're going to do now is get an achievement for picking one of the midfield for the 4 midfield teams. In this case, we're choosing Renault, but you could have chosen McLaren, Haas, or Force India. And that's for the Contender achievement. So there's achievement number 2. And what we're going to do is right back out again. And this time we're going to choose our team that we're going to stick with for this race weekend and for your career if you're going to go further into the game. Now, being Australian, of course, I'm going to choose Red Bull and team up with a fellow Aussie in Daniel Ricciardo. But you could also pick Ferrari or Mercedes, and they will each give you a good chance of winning, and will also get an achievement once I choose my teammate here. Now, I would love to beat Max Verstappen, but I feel like the chance to partner up with Daniel Ricciardo, I could not ignore that. And there we go, achievement number 3. So very simple 60 gamer score straight off the bat, guys. Now, for all the settings here, you can basically do what you want here. You want to, you can make it as easy as you want down the bottom there. You do want one-shot qualifying, and that's for another achievement that we're going to grab later. You probably want to make race distance 5 laps, but I've gone with 25% to just make it a little bit more realistic. But I've kept it on very easy because I'm terrible at these games. Alright, first thing we do for the race weekend, we have to do all 3 of the practice rounds, and we have to get a perfect score on all of the little practice sessions that they set up for us. So here in practice 1, we're going to do track acclimatization with a purple score, tyre management with a purple score, and we need to set the fastest lap time in the session as well.
We're ready to fire up the car.
Okay, head into the practice program select screen, and we're going to choose track acclimatization. This will give us the best sort of warm up to the track, and we'll be able to learn it. I recommend just doing a flying lap. It starts you off on the lap that you need to start setting the times and things like that. The way track acclimatization works is we have to get through each of these little gates as fast as we can. They are corner gates, so it's about learning the track and taking the corners at the right speeds and at the right apexes and stuff like that. But if you just do this over and over and over, learning the track, you should be able to do it just fine. And here I'm just putting in the video my best run, I guess. Because once again, I'm no expert at driving games, guys. I actually suck at driving games. But I managed to do this, no problems, with a little bit of practice. The other thing you have to remember, apart from taking all the corners as good as you can, is to hit the DRS as quickly as you can in each of the 3 DRS zones in the Melbourne Grand Prix. I actually, a couple of years ago, got to do a hot lap as a passenger on this very track at the Grand Prix. It is so cool, but even this game can't do that justice. Anyway, like I said, just You get 3 chances, 3 laps to set the perfect score in this mode. If you don't get it, just keep pressing pause it and retry the race program, or the practice program I think it's called. Keep retrying it until you get really good at it. That way it doesn't use up the whole race session, because if you don't know how Formula 1 works, each session has a set time limit. But if you press retry, it resets that time, so you're not using it all up and you're getting plenty of practice in. Because if you're anything like me, you'll need a few goes at it before you get all these purples that I'm getting. But there we go. This is how you do a good lap on race acclimatization. Now, what I want to do is just continue on and actually pick up a couple of easy achievements. Hitting pause, we can go to replay flashback. And from here, if you hit the menu button again, yes, the menu button, Aussie. I'm just playing around with the different replay modes. There we are, we're in photo mode, and we get a 30 Gamerscore achievement just for entering photo mode. And now what we're actually going to do is exit photo mode and then use the flashback, and that will give us another achievement. Yes, exit, confirm, yes. And pushing the X button, I believe it was, gives us the flashback achievement as well. Okay, once you've got the lap that you're happy with, you've set the fastest lap time in practice session, exit back out to the practice program select screen, and this time we're going to go into tyre management. You do need to make sure that you set a fast time while you're doing track acclimatization, because we're not going to be setting a fastest lap while we're doing tyre management. Tyre management is all about getting one lap in where you beat the set time, and you keep the meter in the top center there in the purple for your tyre management. To get around the track with really good tyre management, it's all about slowing down and not braking too heavy for the corners, and then not accelerating out of the corners too fast as well. Just keeping an eye on the wear of your tyres. Once again, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert. That's as basic and as much knowledge about it as I have. It does give you 3 laps to achieve this. And here I'm showing you my second lap, where I managed to get it into the purple. You can see here it's still in the green, which is good tyre management, but we want to get a purple score. But I also want to keep that lap time on the top right hand corner in the green as well. So you just got to pick and choose when you go hard and when you back things off. As you can see here, I'm still in the green, but I'm in the green on the lap time as well. So I decided about here to start really backing it off and giving my tyres a bit of a rest around the corners. And you can see there that I took that corner really easy, and now we're moving into the purple. And as long as we finish the lap in the purple, we're going to get the desired result. So here we go with the final corner. My lap time's still in green. And once you've completed that, you don't have to finish the third lap. You can exit to garage, which I'm going to do here. And then we're going to just speed up time, finish practice 1 and head over to practice 2, where we're going to get the purple score for qualifying pace and the purple score for fuel management, and make sure we set the fastest lap time in the session as well. Starting with qualifying pace, that's a good opportunity to set that fastest lap time. So we're going to go straight into qualifying pace to start practice 2. Once again, choosing flying lap. I choose flying lap for all of them. And really, you only have to set 1 lap. If you manage to do that on your first flying lap, great. If not, you've got 3 chances to try and set the best lap. And once again, if you're having trouble with it, just retry until you do make it. Don't quit to garage and then go again, because it uses up extra laps and uses up extra time, which we don't want to do. There's many complicated reasons for that, but that's my recommendation, guys. And here we go, setting what will hopefully be the fastest time in the practice session. Usually if you're doing qualifying pace and you're going to get the purple score, I think you have to finish 3rd or higher to get the purple score. And obviously if we get the fastest lap, we're going to well and truly get that purple score. cutting a few corners. So it's by no means a perfect lap. Like I said before, I'm not the best car race gamer, but we're going to get the job done, and that's the main thing. Earlier on in the race, you would have already learnt where all the DRS is, because you do want to make use of DRS. And for those that don't know, that's just a button that we push in at certain parts of the track, like right now, and it gives us a little bit of a speed boost. There we go. You can be comfortable once you've set that time. If you're after your first lap, no one's going to beat that, so you can back right back out to the practice program select, and this time we're going to go into fuel management. Now, fuel management I treat very, very similarly to tyre management, and all we're doing here is we're going to take out the foot off the pedal when we approach corners and things like that. In fact, I don't think I really do anything different to the tyre management. So there's probably a better way to technically explain it and stuff like that, but I wanted to dumb it down for someone like me. I don't know all these racing technicalities, so I'll just explain how I did it, guys, and that's what we did. Just slow right down when you're approaching corners, but we want to get that lap time in the green, and we want to keep that meter at the top in the purple. They're the two things to keep an eye on. So as you can see right now, my lap time's a bit in the red, but I've got the meter in the purple, so I just need to find that balance. I need to maybe go a little bit faster for the next little bit. There we go, got my lap time back into the green, and we're in the purple. So if we were to finish the lap like this, we would get the purple score, and we can just back straight back out to the garage, which I do believe is what I'm going to do. Ooh, I lost a little bit of time there, taking that corner pretty poorly. So my lap time has gone into the green, but we've got a bit of room to play with in terms of our fuel management up the top there. So I'll just try and speed up this next section of the race and get my time back in the green. It shouldn't be too difficult though. They're pretty lenient with the times for these tests. And here we go, the final lap. Hit some DRS there. We're in the green and the purple, which is all we need. And now we can back out. And moving on to practice session number 3, we're going to get the purple score for race strategy this time, and the purple score for ERS management, and once again we need to set the fastest lap time for the session. Okay, and for the race strategy program, basically it gives you 5 laps to simulate race conditions, and you just go as hard as you can and try and set the best times that you can. Now, if you set 3 lap times in a row in the green, you will get the purple score. So we only need the first 3 laps of the 5. Here is my 3rd lap. As you can see at the top there, I already got the first 2 laps in the green. So as long as we get this 3rd lap in the green, we're going to complete this particular program, and we'll also have the fastest time, or the fastest lap time for the session as well. Make sure you've got both of those things ticked off before you continue on to the next program, which we're going to do right now. Back out to the garage, and the final program for the whole practice session is ERS management. 33.8. This is something to do with keeping your battery life manageable, that sort of thing. And once again, guys, I just do a very, very similar lap to both the tyre management and the fuel management. It's about beating the lap time and, I guess, looking after the car. It's supposed to be teaching us all these different ways to look after the car so that we can get around a full Grand Prix. Obviously, if you chose 5 laps, it's really not that important, but it is for us picking up a couple of achievements by the end of this race weekend. And I'm not going to show the rest of this particular lap. I'll just cut the video back in at the end of the lap. Alright, and here we have the home straight. We're in the purple. We've beaten the lap time. And once again, you don't have to complete all 3 laps. If you happen to do it on the first one, you can quit back to the garage. And now we can move on to qualifying. And this is just one hot lap. Completing this with it on one hot lap should give us another achievement that we'll see at the end of this lap. What I'm going to do is just speed things up, but it's the same as everything else we've learnt. Just finish the lap as fast as you can, take the corners as fast as you can and make it to the end setting the best time. If you don't set the best time, make sure you start again and retry this session as often as you can, or as often as you need to, in order to get that achievement popping up. And that achievement there is for completing a hot lap with the ERS mode deployed or whatever. Just sort of happens automatically. And there we go with another achievement for taking pole position. And now it is race time, guys. Moving on to the race. Now you'll see here that I've got to complete 15 laps. Obviously I'm not going to show you the whole race. You may have set it to 5 laps. That would be a bit smarter if you're just after the achievements as quick as you can. But all you have to do is win the race. Pretty simple. Now I'm going to cut the video here and I'll show you guys the end of the race. Okay, and here we are, making the last turn to finish the Grand Prix. And we should pick up the remaining achievements to give us that 250 gamer score. I'm excited to have shown you that, guys, but I'm more excited because I'm about to go and watch the actual qualifying for the Melbourne Grand Prix in just a moment after I finish editing this video. But there we are. Here are the achievements rolling in for completing the Grand Prix. Took our first win in any full season. All of these achievements, if you followed along, they'll all be popping for you. This achievement that's about to pop is for completing winning all the practices, getting pole position and winning the race. So make sure you grab that one as well. And that's going to be it for the video, guys. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope it was helpful. If it was helpful, remember, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, post a comment, show your support over at Patreon. I really, really do appreciate it, and I can't keep making these guides without all your support in any way that you can show that support. And there's the bell, guys. You know what that means. Class dismissed.